Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We're going to continue to look at some Ample TVP. The two games that we have just seen are so diametrically opposed to one another that I want to see at least a couple more games to get a better feel for what is Ample actually doing. So here he is in the bottom right of Radeon. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I don't really like the way that this looks, but you'll see in the bottom right, a lot of people have been asking for the map name on each one, so I'm going to give it a little try. Give me some feedback. That sticks out like a sore thumb to me. I don't know. The contrast of that versus everything else is a little bit too much. Maybe I can change the color. I'll think about it. Anyways, I just wanted to throw it on and get people's initial reaction. Up here in the top right, who he's playing against is a like 2450 MMR Protoss player that goes by Hope. Hope, yeah, I don't know anything about him. I do know that he stole the #1 Age of Empires American player from the early 2000s ID, so I'm angry. But yeah, I don't know if anyone remembers back in those days, like 2003 or something like that. Very strong Age player. Anyways, don't really know who he is, but you know, when you start getting up 2350 plus MMR is Protoss, you're pretty damn deadly. So see how this goes for him. Going to go ahead and scout Ample first. Ample here, yep, he is going to get that gas. That is some insane boosting. He just got a 136 gas. That's very fast. That's basically perfect boosting on the minerals. Now, here comes that probe. That's going to be a little bit annoying, and that's going to cut into his economy a little bit that he has to fight against that. But he already sent the SCV the millisecond that probe got up there, so like very much on top of it. Looks like he just wants a SimCity near the ramp, which can, you know, it can help if there's a little bit of zealot pressure. If you micro really well, having it near the ramp can be a little bit better. And just kind of chasing that probe down, trying to get those extra hits. We'll see how well he does with this. You got to be pretty dialed in to be top of the ladder. And if you guys recall a few months ago when speed was like #1 through 7 on the ladder or whatever, he was actually sometimes killing probes with his SCV. Like, he was clicking so quick and so hard. You know, it's not supposed to happen, but if you're try-harding like crazy to the point where you're #1 on the ladder, sometimes it works out. Okay, so Marine coming down just to check that the probe didn't hide behind the minerals. Hope just kind of rechecking this natural here. Of course, I'm not sure what he's really looking to find because the command center would never really be started that quickly. Range gets started. Is he actually going to make range? My voice goes up a whole octave there. Is he really? At high levels, it's not super common to actually get range before your Nexus. And I'm not sure that it's really that good against factory expand. Like, I guess it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but it seems like just when they go factory expansion, I feel like it's a little bit better to get the Nexus quicker, whereas if they're going gasless expansion, it's a little bit better to get the range quicker. Because, like, since they're going factory expand, they have enough units. Like, you're not going to catch them with the Dragoon. It's not going to actually do anything. Yeah, you can make them repair a bunker or whatever, but you're slowing your own Nexus quite a bit. Whereas with the gasless, they don't really have units, so like you can just pound on the bunker for a long time and cause a lot of lost mining time. Anyways, not a huge deal, just, you know, something I'm looking at and wondering about. Vulture going to go up for the scout. Range not there quite yet. Normally it finishes around 425 or so, so Ample knows about how long he has before he has to make sure he's got like SCVs in position and everything. Well, he doesn't know for sure as well about the range, but he'll find out pretty quick here. All right, so the probe is going to get in because he was greedy and brought 2 Dragoons up. So this is like part of the reason why this isn't good, right? Like I said, you're not really going to do any damage, but you're supposed to have a Vulture out. And now he's killed 4 probes. 5 probes. That's insane. He's so far ahead. And range is done, but like he didn't even start hitting the bunker right away. How are you ever getting that value back with these 2 goons? You're simply not. You are simply not going to get it. And look, he's gone siege mode behind this because he sees that like, oh, like this is actually great play from Ample. Okay, he did exactly what you're supposed to do with the Vulture. Like, you're supposed to check if you can get in. You're never supposed to get in because they're not supposed to walk the Dragoons up. And which is funny because so few players will walk the Dragoons up at high levels that the Vulture won't even always check. But Ample checked, he got the damage, he recognized what was going on, and he went siege mode. Because it's like, well, what are you going to do with the mines? You can't even get out past the bunker because there's just too many Dragoons. Right? You can't slip another one out. You already sacrificed your Vulture, so just get siege mode instead. Just shut this down 100%. Advantage Ample. Without any question. Advantage Ample here. Everything about it. This is just superb play. Just superb. So he's getting his turrets on time here. Making sure that he's completely safe. Looks like Hope is going to take a third Nexus. His probe count is a little bit low still, but that is to be expected when you lost 5. Ample is nailing his SCV production. A little bit of poking where he can. And I imagine we're going to see Armory in a second here, and then the second fact, and maybe a couple more turrets as well. Like, these are the things that need to happen at this point. So there's the factory. Oh! Well, there's Ample. This is an Ample classic. 3 factory. No one goes 3 factory. Really, it's so rare to see any 3 factory build. 1 factory obviously is like upgrade or drop. 2 factory is a pressure. 4 factory is a pressure. 5 factory is a pressure or expand. 6 factory is an attack. There's all these different numbers. 3 factory, basically no one does it except Ample. He's really like the only guy that I ever see go for any sort of 3 factory type of play. But, oh no, he's going to add 2 more. Well, I guess that's just how his economy worked out then. I was excited though. Seriously, I'm not joking. Ample in the past has done a lot of 3 factory plays. Actually, there was a 3 factory play that popped up a few months ago from 4GG, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you guys recall that. It was actually a pretty good build. I definitely went over it, I geeked out over it pretty hard like I was about to do here, but yeah, he's just kind of added additional factories when he can. Notice that the Protoss has surpassed in probes now. Oh, wow, I'm surprised he's actually pushing here. Well, he sieged every tank. If he had 1 tank on siege here, this would have been a lot better, but still going to be fine. He's going to clear the goons. And yeah, he loses a couple tanks, but worth. I'd feel good about this trade if I were him. We have Academy coming up. Where's the Armory? What? I guess this is just an attack. I didn't recognize that. Ample does play a little bit weird, doesn't he? I just assumed there was an Armory. When you get the second gas is almost always lined up with Armory in TVP. It's almost always. If you're a newer player trying to figure out when do I take my second gas, just take it at the same time as your Armory. That's just the normal way to do it. But instead, he's actually gone up to 5-fact. This is an older kind of way to play. Most 5-fact pushes have an Armory in them. You just kind of get the +1 with it. In this particular game, he's just completely skipped it. So his anti-air is not that great. Hope actually pushing him back with the Reaver really, really well there. And he does have a few Marines that he's keeping out of Scarab range, which is very important because you can't let the shuttle just fly around over your siege tanks, or things like Zealots popping out will destroy you. Now, Vulture speed is coming up. He does already have that mine upgrade. Continue to produce off of the 5 factories. He's got some really well-placed mines here. Goes up, starts to pressure this wall a little bit, and in fact can catch any probes popping out of here. 50 probes to 39 SCVs. So actually, this is kind of an interesting position. Ample is a little bit all in right now. For sure. 39 to 53, this is not healthy. You can't really recover off of a 39 SCV play. That is, if you have 45 on 2 base, you're like, okay, maybe. You really want 50 plus on 5-fact. But yeah, this is he's got to make this work. And the factories are pretty quick, so he does leapfrog up a little bit. Looks like he doesn't really have anti-air at this point. One red Marine left, so not really that scary. Never going to take down a shuttle. Just continues to push, leapfrogging forward here with these siege tanks. And actually bringing the barracks, too. That's definitely a smart move, no doubt. gets in on top of this Reaver, does end up losing a couple units because of that, but instantly pushing. I think that this is very, very smart. If you wait and go to kill this base, you can definitely, like, he could secure a kill on that, but right now is where he has really overwhelming, a really overwhelming army. You can see units are popping out here for Hope, but just totally not working out for him. Yeah, this is looking pretty helpless at this point. And GG is called. I'll tell you, this was a clean game. It wasn't what I expected when I saw the 2 factories going up. I thought he would kind of like pressure, get Armory Academy, that type of thing. Instead, he added the 2 factories, skipped the Armory altogether for a while. Like, he eventually did get it, obviously. But, you know, that's kind of like an afterthought to the build. And his SCV count was very, very low. But I think how he handled the early game was just exactly how you want to, and that's why he got really far ahead right at the beginning. All right, I enjoyed that one, even though it was a little bit one-sided. Like, I like the reminder, always check if there's a goon on the ramp with your Vulture. It's an important reminder. That is like an important tactic that allowed him to get really far ahead. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you next time.